everybody, what's going on? It's your girl, Just T. Hey y'all, I hope everybody is doing awesome on today. I'm a little chilly, it's a little cold outside, y'all. So I'm like, okay, I need something that's gonna warm me up. Okay, you feel me? So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to make, we're gonna make this together. So we're about to make shrimp and potato stew. So good, y'all. I swear, if you have not ever tried this, you have to try it. So in order to get that going, of course, we're going to need some shrimp. So right here I have a half a pound, this isn't cooked, of 1/2 pound of brown shrimp. And it still has the shells on them because we're going to use those shells to try and get some stock from there once I rinse those off and everything. And I'll probably pick one up and show you guys once I'm done with everything else. And we're going to be using some andouille smoked sausages. Now you can use whatever type of smoked sausages that you prefer, as long as they're smoked. I think it will be really good with this dish. And we're also going to need some russet potatoes. I have this one just to show you guys because I have like 5 in a bowl that I've already peeled, and I'll come back and show you guys how to cut those up. So I have 5 of those. 4, my bad. I have 4 of these in a bowl. I only had 5 altogether. I apologize. But yes, I have 4 russet potatoes. All right. And for seasonings, guys, we're going to use some black pepper. We're also going to be using some Tony Chachere's. I love this one. This is the bold one. It's like a Cajun Creole seasoning, but it's the bold one. I like this. This is really good. And we're also going to be using some of that seafood magic, y'all. This dude, know what he's doing with his seasonings. I always buy these seasonings. I love, love, love this seasoning. This is awesome. You can put this on, like if you're gonna fry some fish, some shrimp, bake it, whatever. Seafood magic, you guys. Also, I'm gonna be using some cayenne pepper because I want to have mine a little spicy. You do not have to add the cayenne pepper at all if you don't like spice. And I'll say, let me go back this way. So if you don't like the bold, because this one is a little spicy, then you can always go with the regular one, which is going to be this one. You can always go with that one, all right? Just wanted to show you guys that. And we're also going to be using some Lawry's seasoned salt. Doesn't have to be Lawry's. It's whatever seasoned salt you want to use, right? And you're going to need some flour. Gonna need some flour, guys. So I have some all-purpose flour right here as well. And over here I have 2 green scallions. So we're going to be using those, and we're going to cut the tips of those off, from right up in here. But everything else, all up in there, we're going to use all of that, all right? And also, I have some garlic that I'm going to mince up. So I would tell you, as far as garlic, if you don't have the garlic cloves and you have minced garlic, I would tell you to use at least 2 tablespoons of minced garlic in the jar, all right? And so in this bowl, what I have is some celery that I just sliced up, just cut it up. I have 1 small white onion that I just chopped up as well. And I also have 1/2 of a green bell pepper that I just chopped. I think I'm throwing it. That I just chopped up over here as well too. All right, and I also have this is a 1/2 cup of fresh parsley that I just chopped up as well. Just chopped it up. All right, so I'm going to bring you guys back because we're about to get those potatoes cut up, and I'll bring you guys right back, all right? You guys, about the oil, you're going to also need some oil. I'm using canola oil, but I do apologize. You guys can see that. And let me show you the shrimp, because I did tell you I was going to show that to you. So this is brown shrimp. That's what those are. So we're going to take the shell off, and we're going to actually use that shell to try to get some of that broth that it's going to produce, all right? So, all right, guys. I will be back again. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you real quick how I mince this up. This is that garlic, and you just want them to be really small as you can possibly get that, all right? So you're just going to keep just chopping it with your knife. Just chopping it up, all right? Just wanted to show you guys that. All right, guys, so we're back, and I'm going to show you how I've been cutting my potatoes up. So I've been cutting them like this size. So I'm going to show you how I've been cutting them. I'm just going to go down the middle of the potato. try to do this one. Cut this one again, right down the middle. And we're just gonna cut. Add it into your bowl with your cold water. And that's it. And then now I'm about to rinse the shrimp off, and then I'll bring you guys back. All right, everyone. So I'm back. I just want to show you how to clean and devein your shrimp. Let me show you one that's clean. I have them in the sink. This is one that's been cleaned, that I cleaned and deveined it. I do the top part, and I also do up underneath, because there's a vein that runs under there as well. So I saved this one. Y'all can see all the stuff in there. Look at that. That is too funny. Oh, let's go ahead and get this one done. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut right down the top, the middle. So you want to get all that, you know, all that stuff that's in there. We gonna get all that out. Nobody got that to do. So you want to just cut down here, right? And you're going to take all of this stuff out. All of it. I usually do this in the sink, so I'm trying to do this on this counter for you guys. Well, right here, and show you guys. But you want to pull all this stuff you want off. OMG. Want this off. So I'm going to go back through, you know, with my water and everything, and make sure I get all of this stuff out of there. So I usually do it under running water, cold water. So you want to get all this stuff out. So you're going to cut down there, because I'm not going to be able to do this right here. I'm going to have to get up under the water. So I usually go in, like I showed you, cut all that out. You want to cut it down, because you want to get all of the stuff all down. You may have to cut down into the tail and, you know, end of it as well. But you want to make sure you get all of this stuff out of the shrimp. All right, and then I go up underneath the bottom. I go up under here, because there's a vein under there as well. And I usually just take my knife and cut right down the middle as well. And let me see if I can get this out for you guys. Now I hear some people be leaving these on, but just T ain't got that to do. Hell to the no. So there's like a vein in there. It's gonna be small. I'm trying to see if I can get a piece to show you, because it's really small. This is a piece of it, but see, it's really small, real small piece of vein down up under there. But I usually take everything off that I'm not trying to eat. So like I said, you're gonna go down, and same thing, you're gonna get all that from up underneath the bottom. Like I said, I usually do it under running water, and I just go through and make sure that everything is off there, and then I wash them again, washing in between those as well. So let me show you. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I cut up my sausages, and that's what they look like. So I'm going to show you guys how I cut them up. Now you can cut your sausages the way you want to. You can cut them, you know, whatever size you want to. I wouldn't cut them big. And me, I don't know. This is just me. I always cut the tips of these sausages off. I don't know why, but I don't like the tips of those. That is crazy, right? I don't know. So I'm just going to cut this in half. And I have that package of sausage that I had. That's a 1 pound package of hickory smoked andouille sausages. So we're just going to cut those down the middle like that. Hopefully you guys can see. It's kind of hard. Cut them right down the middle. Like that. Alright. Get this out the way. And I'm just going to slice them. Slice those up just like that. Add them into my bowl. And also, you guys, because we just cleaned and deveined that shrimp. So before you move on to these sausages, make sure that you wash your hands really, really good, because you don't want any cross-contamination or anything. Because when you handle raw foods like that and then go to something like this, which is smoked, even though we're going to cook it, you can still cross-contaminate, and make sure you clean whatever surface that you were using. I usually clean stuff off with bleach, like everything that I use when I cook. I just clean everything with bleach. And I stored those shrimp in the refrigerator, and I put them at the lowest part of my refrigerator. You never want to sit your raw meat on top of any foods, you know, ready to eat foods, all right? Just a little tidbit for y'all. But I'm sure y'all knew that. Okay, guys, so we're back, and into this pot, I have those shrimp, the shrimp shells that are in there, and I also have 8 cups of water. And we're going to get this to come to a boil. And also to that, we're going to start adding a little bit of that seasoning. So this is that bold Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. We're going to add a teaspoon of that into this broth, all right? A teaspoon in there. And also the same thing with that seafood magic. We're going to also add 1 teaspoon of that in there as well. And once this all comes to a boil, we're going to turn this down and we're going to put it on simmer. We're going to let that broth simmer for a good hour, all right? And once that's done simmering, I'm going to bring you back. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we have that shrimp stock that's all done. I let this simmer for 1 hour. This is hot. It's hot. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take this over and strain out all of the shells and everything, okay? So I'll take you guys over there and we'll do that, and then we'll move over to the next step. Okay, so I have this small strainer. Of course, you can buy the big ones. I haven't gotten a big one yet. So I usually just use the small one. Well, you know, I have a strainer, bigger strainer, but it's not going to have those small little holes in it like that. You know, I have like the spaghetti strainers and stuff. So we're just going to pour this right in there. So you just want the broth from it. And then you're going to disregard those shells. Just throw those away because we won't be using those for anything. And there's our shrimp broth right there, guys. So now we're about to move on over to the stove again to the next step, all right? And we'll be right Okay, guys, so we're back, and into this pot, I have 1/4 cup of canola oil. And in this measuring cup, I have 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. So we're going to add that flour into this as well. You want to do equal parts. You want to stir this up. And I have my heat on a 7, like a medium-high heat. I'm going to stir this up really, really good. So you want to get this nice and brown. It's going to start to look like a peanut butter color. You know, like a dark peanut butter. That's what it looks like to me. So you want to stir that up real good. Check it on it. Keep stirring on it. Don't go away from it, you know, because it does not take long at all. All right? Okay, as you guys can see, it's getting there. You know, it's kind of looking like a little caramel color. We want to get that darker. So we're just going to keep stirring it occasionally. It's going to get thick as well. And once I get to the color that I'm trying to get, I'll bring you guys back, all right? Okay, you guys, so see how that's like a dark peanut butter color? That's how you want your roux to look. That's what you want, all right? And so now we're going to add in those vegetables. Let's see. We're going to add in those chopped up onions, the bell pepper, celery, and green onion. Going to add all this right in there. Only thing I haven't added in here yet was my fresh parsley and my garlic. I'm going to let this just go for about a minute or two. And I have my heat set on a medium high. I have it on like it's like a medium. I have it on like a 5, so it's not on high anymore. So I'm going to let these go for about 2-3 minutes, you know. And so what I'm going to also do is I'm going to start putting my seasonings in there. Let me get my teaspoon in there. So first of all, I'm going to do my cayenne pepper. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in there. Like I said, you don't have to put that in there if you don't want to. Same thing, 1/2 teaspoon of the Lawry seasoned salt, or whatever seasoned salt you want to use. put that in there. And also, all my seasoning is going to be a half a teaspoon. That's that magic. Add a half a teaspoon of that in there. It's that seafood magic, y'all. Gonna add a half a teaspoon of that Tony Chachere's. And also a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're just gonna give this a stir up. Stir this up. Oh, that smells so good. Oh my gosh, that smells. Yeah, you guys, just the aroma from these vegetables too smells awesome. So I'm just gonna let this go for about another minute or two. I just want to get those vegetables kind of nice and soft. Once those onions get soft, because I really like for my celery to still have a little bit of crunch to it as well. So I'm gonna let that go, and then I'll bring you guys right back. All right? Okay, guys. So it's been a minute, and now that's when I'm gonna add in that chopped garlic, clove, and the fresh parsley. I'm gonna add that in now. And then I'm going to just let this go for another minute. I usually save my garlic for last in this dish because you don't want your garlic to burn, and it does not take long for garlic to burn. Trust me, not long at all, alright? So we're going to let this go. So I let that go for another minute, and now I'm about to just add in that shrimp broth. Alright, I'm just going to pour that all in there. Let's see if I want all of that. So right now I'm guessing as far as liquid, this right here is probably about 4 or 5 cups of liquid of broth. And we're going to turn our heat back up on high because we're going to bring this to a boil. Alright, and we're about to add those potatoes in as well. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of that in there. But that was all of it in that bowl. Now we're just going to add in those white potatoes, okay? Or those russet potatoes. I said you want to keep it on high until it starts to boil. Once it comes to a boil, then we're going to turn that down and we're going to like put this on a simmer. And we're going to let that simmer for about a half an hour to 40 minutes until those potatoes are tender. But we're not going to cook the potatoes all the way as well. So I'll tell you, we're going to come back in about 20 minutes. Because then we'll add in our sausages. But I don't want to put the sausages in right now. This is going to be so good, you guys. Alright, welcome back. So it's been about 20 minutes now. And those potatoes are almost done. They're definitely almost done. So now I'm going to add in, oh my gosh, that smells so freaking good. Oh my gosh. I'm going to add in those sausages that we cut up. And then I'm just going to allow this to cook for another 15 minutes. Y'all can come get some. Are you scared me, babe?
So good, man.
It does. Alright guys, so we'll be back in a minute. I'm about to cover this back up and we'll be back. Okay guys, welcome back, and it's been 15 minutes since I had this on here. And now we're about to just, oh my gosh, this looks so good, guys. I'm about to add the shrimp. I will tell you the only thing that I did do off camera is I skimmed off some of the broth that was in there. Because I don't want a whole lot of broth. I don't want it to be soup. You know what I'm saying? So I did do that. But other than that, nothing else. Now, just cut up my shrimp. Show you, I just cut those up. Now, you can leave your shrimp whole if you want. But I just cut them up into some pieces. So it depends. It's all up to you. Then we're just going to add that shrimp in there. And we're just going to cook this now for about another 3 minutes. Welcome back. We're back. And I let that shrimp sit in there for a few minutes. Like I said, you can turn your eye off and everything. And this is it, y'all. Right here. I have me some rice over here. Yes, Lord. I am about to tear this down. You hear me? Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so good. I swear to goodness it is. I'm going to have it with some rice. Got me some white rice and just put that all over your rice, girl. It's going to be good, boo. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, y'all. I wish y'all could come over and really, or just jump in here and taste this, you know. Look at that shrimp. It's all nice and fluffy looking. Look at that. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is so good. I love this. And like I said, once it cools off some more, it's going to thicken up some for you. It's going to thicken up a little bit. But you can see, where it is right now. But as always, I hope that you guys forever stay blessed, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I hope that you will like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about this video, or if you even try it, or if you have tried it, maybe you put a twist on it. Let me know. School me too, you know what I'm saying, boo? All right, y'all, it's just tea.